Peace. Good morning. Happy Sunday. And welcome to Dictation. Okay. So today is the 18th of February, and I want to first say happy belated birthday to Turner Clipper, my grandfather. He's 85 years old yesterday. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So much love to him. Thank you, Granddaddy. Secondly, the day before his birthday, I went to go check out Black Panther, February 16th. I saw Black Panther. And I love Marvel movies, first off. You know what I'm saying? I got Thor Ragnarok on my phone right now. And I'd be like, ah! You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But, I enjoy Marvel movies. I've been watching Marvel movies since Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? As far as movies go. So before there was Marvel, the MCU. But, I knew Black Panther was coming out. You know what I'm saying? I was not a Black Panther comic book reader. And I'm going to tell you why. Because my homeboy, who shall remain nameless, but he knows who he is, he put me up on Black Panther when we was in high school. And I was like, this was after we had seen Michael Keaton in Batman. And we dug that, but I wasn't really feeling comic books like that like I used to, because I got real militant and I had stopped reading comic books because I hadn't seen any black characters. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know about Black Panther. I ain't gonna front. So I was telling my homeboy, yeah, man, I don't fuck with comic books like that, man, because ain't no black characters like that. And he's like, well, nigga, what about Black Panther? And I'm like, huh? And he was like, man, Black Panther, came out in the 60s with the bop. And I'm like, what? And I was like embarrassed because I was all pro-black. This is in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, blackity black. And I didn't know about this Black Panther comic book, and I felt bad, you know what I'm saying? And then I found out about Wakanda and how the country had never been colonized, and I was like, whoa, this was fucking with my pro-blackness. This was fucking with my militancy, because I did not know about it. And then I still didn't read it. You know why? Because I was mad that I didn't create it. Ha! You know what I'm saying? But that's me. I'm a hater like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know that about myself, so it is what it is. So, but I knew about Black Panther coming out because I'm down with the MCU. I'm watching the movies and everything, so blah, 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 blah. And I mean, I didn't go wearing the dashiki and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't wear dashikis every day. And so for all y'all niggas that went to go see Black Panther and wore dashiki, nigga, wear a dashiki tomorrow. Wear a dashiki to work. Nigga, wear a dashiki when you're mowing your grass. Because if not, you ain't no better than the white folks that culturally appropriate afros and shit and braids and all that old bullshit and whatever, anyway. So, all right, I'm peeping it. I went to see the movie, man. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like Donald Trump too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a walking contradiction like Bullets in Love, but that's not the point. The point is that this movie is about to be kind of divisive. It's about to be really, really divisive, because you're going to have the liberal white folks that I don't like championing the movie. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to have the conservative white folks that I kind of do like, not liking the movie because of all the pro-blackness that I love. The same pro-blackness that made me be a conservative. Some of y'all might be like, well, how the fuck does that work? How the fuck does pro-blackness make you be a conservative? Well, it's my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Not the one that's, had a birthday 2 days ago, but, yesterday, but the one who's not alive anymore. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. But yeah, man, I'm so black. I love Black Panther, and I'm so black that I wish that my conservative white family could understand why we love it. You know what I'm saying? But that leads me to my topic, you know, you remember Chris Rock did a stand-up in the 90s where he says it's a civil war between black folks and niggas. And I saw that, I understood that, because I was coming into my own at that time, you know, as a man. And what I thought I was doing was I was coming from being a nigga into being a black man, you know. Just the way I was living was changing. I was learning things that showed me that the way I was living my life was incorrect. You know what I'm saying? Or it wasn't the way, like when I was a child, I didn't see myself as a man living the way I was when I became a man. You know what I'm saying? When I was a child, I saw myself living more the way I am now as a man. You know what I'm saying? To where when I looked at myself as a man in my 20s, my 6-year-old self would have been ashamed of myself. My 6-year-old self would have been ashamed of my 25-year-old self. But my 6-year-old self will be proud of my 45-year-old self. You see what I'm saying? To where you don't want to disappoint the child inside of you, right? Because that's when you know you fucked up, right? Because that's when you know you're not true to yourself. So anyway, I'm conservative. You know what I'm saying? Not the way you would understand conservative, and it's probably a deeper understanding or explanation to make you understand why. You know what I'm saying? But because if you talk to me as a conservative, you'll like me into a point. If you talk to me as a liberal, you'll like me into a point. If you talk to me as a black person, you'll like me into a point. Because, man, there's going to be a point in our conversation where I'm not going to agree with you, and I'm going to prove to you why, and you're going to rethink how you think. And if the way you think isn't strong, you're going to be mad at yourself, and you're going to turn that around and be mad at me. Because I made you question what you thought you believed in. And I'm sorry, but that's what I've been going through my whole life, which is why my belief is so daggone strong. Because everybody has been questioning my belief to the point where it only made me stronger in my belief. But let's get back to Black Panther. Man, oh my God. I was Killmonger. Man, anybody who knows me knows I was motherfucking Killmonger. From motherfucking 1988 up until... when did I stop being Killmonger? Shit. Maybe around 1998 when I took Shahada. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's a whole other story. Because then, you're a Muslim, and that made you not be Killmonger? Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? See? That's the whole thing. Because it's what you think you know versus what you really, really do know. And it's like, liberals think they want to help blacks by pumping this up. But this is not the wrong thing. It's just, it let me know that because I feel the conservative of me is the black man, and the part of me who loves this movie Black Panther. Because I mean, I see people who are Marvel fans, black Marvel fans, that didn't love the movie, black Marvel fans that did love the movie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's like it's dividing people in ways, not even really dividing, because ain't nobody finna fight, not yet anyway. We'll see what everybody else says after all the people who can get tickets without buying them online can see the movie. But but what I've been seeing from the conservative heads that I listen to a lot, they don't appreciate Black Panther the way I do. And I agree with them on a lot of things, but this is where we disagree. And I think it's their lack of having a black friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we go to the, I thought I was a black man, but I guess I'm just a conservative nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say a conservative person named Tom, white dude, you know what I'm saying, has black friends, and he doesn't like Black Panther or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He knows all cause see, Black Panther didn't tell any lies outside of the fiction of the story itself, but it brought in the reality of what's going on or what has happened in the past concerning African Americans, and now African Americans and Europeans, calling them colonizers and all that, you know. And I'm sure that's kind of cringy for a couple of white folks that, you know, was gonna watch the movie, wanted to see some heroes, you know what I'm saying, you know. But that's the reality, and that's going to be some of the things that, you know, are going to trigger a lot of white people that may have a bone to pick about the movie. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, but those are the things, right, that aren't spoken about in a lot of movies made by black people, that black people are going to champion, and they're going to, we're going to feel it in our chest, because these are the things that black people want to say. These are things that black people think. You know what I'm saying? Not all black people, but a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? And there are going to be some black people that are going to hear it because they know the history is there. They know they're not. See, nobody white is denying the history exists. Nobody black is denying the history exists. The thing about it is, a lot of white people are like, man, get past it. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, a lot of black people can't get past it. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem is we're not together as black people. See, some black people are past it. Like me, I'm past it. I know it, but at the same time, the reality of it still makes me feel pride in hearing somebody say it, because I know it's something that a lot of black people are still afraid to say. And a lot of white people are still afraid to hear, because of the projection of what somebody with a gun would do if they found out that their people were done. And I think it's like white people think black people are gonna fucking kill them all one day. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get mad. And see, no, that's not gonna happen. Because see, of all the black people that are on the planet, the reason why all black people are not gonna kill all white people is because all black people ain't woke, and I hate that fucking term, didn't get woke on the same day. See? And I'm not going to say that there wasn't a time in my life where I didn't want to fuck white people up. Because anybody who knows me personally knows that that's one of the struggles that I went through when I found out about black consciousness, and I started to read about the horrors of slavery. That's what it does to you. You get pissed off. It's kind of like red pill rage. When a black person finds out about the atrocities of slavery in America, and we look at how we were taught more Martin Luther King than Malcolm X in school. We know why that is. It's because we know that if we collectively learn about Malcolm X, the ignorance, the mob mentality, and the tenacity and ferociousness and fervor of youth will kick in like riots in the 60s, like riots in the 90s, like riots in the 2000s after black men get shot by police. And this is what white people know. This is what old black people know. The old black people that didn't tell the young black people in their families about the horrors that they seen growing up in America, because they didn't want their little nieces and nephews or grandchildren to want to act the fool, because they know how it is when you find out some shit. And then you get mad, right? The red pill rage is you're mad at the elders that didn't tell you about Malcolm X. You mad at the elders that didn't, because my grandmama, she didn't let me go see Mississippi Burning. Mississippi Burning came out in the 80s. I was a teenager. My grandmama wouldn't let me see it. I didn't see Mississippi Burning till I was 20-something years old. And I was mad as fuck when I seen that shit. But I knew why my grandmama didn't want me to see it, because I was listening to too much motherfucking Public Enemy. But there we go. Because I was a teenager, right? Finding out something that had they told me, you know, over periods of time in my life, when it hit me, it would have never hit me at once. But because it hit me at once, man, I was mad. You see what I'm saying? And so this is a problem, because my father passed away when I was 7, so I'd have my father there to sit there and say, son, God, guide me to take baby steps, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Like, you know, I didn't have that. So not having that, I did a bunch of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? In the 90s, in the late 80s, early 90s, like a lot of black kids in Southern California did. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, trial and error, making mistakes, we figured out, okay, well, if I want to live a certain way and I want to, you know, have this lifestyle, I can't do this. See, this step in my 20s is going to fuck up the life that I want to have in my 40s. See what I'm saying? So I had to change. But it took time, because I didn't have that father. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that man in my life, you know, to guide me. Because when I got this information, you know, I had to burn through this, you know, rage or this militancy, you know what I'm saying, on my own. But I had my friends, and I had hip hop, and the hip hop back then was different than the hip hop that is now. You know. Anyway, so back to Black Panther. You know, and a lot of this ununderstood fear or leeriness that some people may have concerning this movie. You know, ain't nobody gonna get their ass whooped because nobody wants to go to jail, which is why nobody's gonna sit there. It's not gonna be enough black folks to do that shit, because more black folks don't realize, well, look, you know, yes, that did happen. Yes, it's fucked up, and yes, we're still fucked up as a whole based on it. You know what I'm saying? White folks are still, you know, the millions have got millions, and they're not gonna lose their millions, and that's how millions work. If you're a smart person, you're not gonna become broke unless you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this movie should have came out in the 90s, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? This movie is too late. You know what I'm saying? It's too late for this movie. You know what I'm saying? If anybody is inspired to do anything after this movie that you weren't gonna do before this movie, you're a moron. You're a well-intentioned moron, but you're still a moron. You know, and I'm not trying to sugarcoat it or anything. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you shouldn't watch a movie and all of a sudden want to change your life, because if you do, then whatever you found in that movie, that was, yes, it was missing from your life, but it's a more serious issue. There's more things missing from your life, because that's just a movie. It's a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's a movie. You know what I mean? A good movie that I enjoyed, and I hope it freaking makes $1 billion worldwide when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, I mean, you know, this is what we already have. Wakanda in America. You know, we already have black billionaires. See what I'm saying? We already have the Oprahs, the Jordans, the Johnsons, the Jacksons, you know, the Jay-Z's. You know, we already have them. You know what I'm saying? We already have them. So now they're the ones that should do some shit for the Wakanda in your heart, for the Wakanda in your mind. You know what I'm saying? For the Wakanda in your imagination. You know what I'm saying? But we've been saying this for years. We've been saying this since Poor Righteous Teachers made Rock This Funky Joint. We've been saying this since KRS-One said, beef, what a relief. You know what I'm saying? We've been saying this since Chuck D said, yes, the rhythm, the rebel. You know, we've been saying this since Run DMC says, you know, I'm proud to be black. You know, so this is nothing new. And that's why white people, black people will not come killing y'all. Because there are some of us that felt this feeling 20 and 30 years ago. And we're past it. You know what I'm saying? And what we're doing is we're living our life. We're raising our children. You know what I'm saying? We're building our Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? Right? By being the fathers in the lives of our children and guiding them through the pain and the hurt that they learn through life, so that they can be better human beings and know how to deal with adversity as adults, rather than, you know what I'm saying, shooting motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, and doing dumb shit, ruining the other motherfuckers' lives because your life is fucked up. Excuse my language, but you know, it's been a while. I ain't been dictating in a little bit. I've been lazy. I've been sick. I've been getting over colds and everything, and so I figured, you know, I owe y'all one. You know what I'm saying? Because I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful thing, a beautiful experience, and you know, something I'd like to talk about. So, you know, Black Panther was a great movie. I think everybody should see it. Pay that man. Pay those men, pay those women, you know what I'm saying? And I'll do a couple more articles, more videos about Black Panther, because Black Panther was a pretty thick movie. It tackled a lot of issues, or it covered a lot of issues, you know, and I'd very much like to address, you know what I'm saying, from other angles and everything. But I hope this video found you in good health and comes out clear in your audio ear, you know what I'm saying? But let's have a great day today, a better day than we had yesterday. And if we continue to do that, we will have an awesome tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We can build that Wakanda, because it starts with you. It starts with your family. It starts with your children. It starts with your choices. You know what I'm saying? And choose to do some push-ups and some dips, some crunches and some squats. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody don't like what I have to say, you can always open your mouth and let me know how this dictate. Peace.